This is Project Yellow Brick Road.
Follow the yellow brick road.
Moo! Welcome everybody to Pokemon Emerald, part number 24. I'm Cal's Crazy, and I'm still joined with my Pokemon trainer,
David!
Welcome back for another episode. And we got the twins, who always double value.
I guess they're part of the Cow's Waffle?
She's in the mood for it, too.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. I'll teach you a little about Pokemon. Alright. Maybe they're the madams. They're starting out a little young here. Senior and Junior Tyra. Only seniors and juniors.
Speaking of Ivy, did you know that this only reminds me because in one of the...
Did you know?
Well, in one of the Batman ones, Poison Ivy and Batgirl were friends before, they became Batgirl and Poison Ivy. But the most interesting part is Batgirl's a lesbian. Dude, the more you know...
They made Batgirl a lesbian?
Batgirl's always been a lesbian. It's just not always been It's just not...
Why does that seem very stereotypical? That's like making Wonder Woman a lesbian. Or have they?
To Google!
Let's just take a woman and instead of, and then put her into a superhero role. So she can't just be strong and powerful on her own. No, she has to be a lesbian too. That's like, well, I'm sure if they had Lisa Simpson a little older on The Simpsons, she'd be a lesbian. Just because everything that's weird and a little bit out there or controversial or different, just to make they always give it to Lisa. They make her the Buddhist, they make her the vegetarian, they make her everything, right? So I'm sure if she was not 8, they would make her the lesbian too.
They're gonna eventually make her a lesbian, I guarantee it, once it becomes a little less controversial, but still controversial enough.
But she's 8!
That has nothing to do with it. There's people out there that realize they're gay when they're fucking 5.
I don't know. I always thought maybe it should be time to maybe age the characters a little.
If you watch the Simpsons Family Guy crossover, which I have no problem spoiling, you will see that Bart refers to the fact that he's actually 30-something years old.
Oh yeah, they both made jokes about that. Even I think the Simpsons have even joked of themselves about that before. But I just mean they should literally age the characters a little. It might freshen up some stories,
Either that, or it's time to put them to rest and make a new family, but continue the theme and everything. Just change the family.
He's giving me a Blackberry.
I don't remember what Blackberries do. I think they're pretty useless.
I guess we're back to why don't they just say Blackberry? Why do they purposely take these?
Because it's to make it seem like it's a different world, in essence. That is the whole point, is to make it seem like you're in a different land, because Pokemon aren't real.
But, come on man, don't say that.
It's still real to me, damn it!
They could be real. Lanette's house. Alright. Is Lanette home? Hello, is she the madam? Holy shit. It's like some kind of computer land here. Let's check. There's an email from someone on the PC. Your storage system offers more convenience than mine. It has a lot of user-friendly features that make it fun and useful too. It makes me proud that I played a part in its development. Here's hoping that you'll continue to research and storage systems. From Bill. Oh, Bill again! Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Not that Bill.
Is this a Pokeball?
You can't take it.
I can't take it. To research notes, there's information about boxes. Okay. I know all about boxes, so this is the storage system.
Lanette is the one who runs the Hoenn storage systems.
Okay.
So basically, it's like Pokemon Bank, like the current day Pokemon Bank.
Oh, okay.
But in their world.
Ah, so I can store other Pokemon here.
More or less, but I don't think I think they're all stored in those boxes.
Literally in boxes.
Exactly.
Isn't that animal abuse?
No, they're in Pokeballs too. They're in like the thing inside the thing.
Oh boy. Alright. Let's continue up the mountain! Camping's fun. You can fish, that's not fun. Roast marshmallows? That sounds fun, but honestly, once you roast a marshmallow,
They come out worse.
it's not that great. You have one or two marshmallows, once you hit the third one, you're like, fuck, why did I even start?
No. The way you do it is you roast one, roast maybe another. Usually they both caught on fire and they taste nasty, and then you just start eating them raw.
They're all burned. They're all burnt out.
I've seen people do them like super well. They come out perfect, and it's like, what the-
Yeah, they do, but I've had them perfect too. But even, like I said, you eat one or two, and then you don't want any more.
The best way to have s'mores is just get marshmallow spread and chocolate spread.
Yeah, so you don't want to eat marshmallows separately. You want them as a group, like with you add graham crackers and chocolate syrup and stuff. Yeah, marshmallows is great, but just eating them plain on their own, ugh, no. Tells spooky stories. Well, I'm a coward, so I don't want to hear any. But the best of all, there are Pokemon battles. Well, that's everywhere. That's not special to camping. Sandshrew.
Sandshrew is a great Pokemon. It's definitely underrated in the competitive area.
Underrated, huh?
I actually have no idea what its tier is. Let me check.
He's a Gen 1 Pokemon, if I'm correct, right?
Yes,
Or
it
the
is
original?
from the original 150 somewhere.
Attack!
Well, Sand Slash is... As soon as I can find it...
Will cows change Pokemon?
Sand Slash is NU, so that's people basically never use it.
Well, that's sad.
Yeah. But it is considerably powerful, and this is a lot of good conditions it can be used, but it requires a lot of, like, building around it. It's the only problem people have.
I was at a stream by K6 Scope, and he was doing a Pokemon thing once, and he was trying to only use Pokemon that were considered not popular to use.
Pokemon that are... The sad thing is, Pokemon that are considered not popular to use are considered, like... are still, like, very popular Pokemon in, like, some aspects. So, like, Sand Slash is still very popular to people because it's a very cute and cool-looking Pokemon.
I probably shouldn't be fighting this thing with this thing.
This thing with this thing? Very
Yeah,
good
with
English.
this thing with this thing. There we go. Cut it. Cut you. Worked a lot better. There we go. Camper Shane! Should he be camping alone? Where's the adult supervision?
Your character's 10 years old.
Yeah, and I'm climbing a volcanic mountain. That's
Yeah, it's like,
probably-
if you're going to complain about where his parents are, shouldn't you be wondering where your character's parents are?
They don't care. Well, I know where my parents are. My mom's sitting at home, and Daddy's standing inside a gym waiting for somebody to show up. Want to battle against my Pokemon? I like how they ask you, but they really don't give you any choice.
Not at all. But then again, why would anybody give a 10-year-old choice?
Well, aren't they all 10 too? Well, 10 to 16, maybe? In that range?
What's crazy?
Other than the strange old men who climb mountains and they're like... and they go have big backpacks on.
But if
Other than that, there's no adults out here.
So, because if you actually pay attention, I believe it's from Black and White onwards, the characters are older starting out their Pokemon adventures, which means somewhere along the line, which means in places other than the Japanese regions, you have to be older to get your first Pokemon. Which is kind of it's like really, it's like
that kind of screams Japan, because like Japanese kids and stuff are a lot more, I don't know, treated differently.
You're 10 years old. You go Pokemon Jam now. That was really racist.
Yeah, there we go. Just go on. Go. Get out.
Get the fuck out of the house.
You are 10. Leave the home now. Go.
They get handed a Pokemon, and just like thrown out of the house.
There we go. 21. Building him up. Get him to 26. Nice. X. Excellent Pokemon. Where's the top half of his costume?
I ran away.
Don't forget what you've done to me. I'll make it so you can't forget. What did I do to you? Oh god, he's gonna call me? That's the worst punishment of all. At least the people aren't as annoying as they were in Soul Silver. Like, that phone just never stopped ringing. Alright. Out of the grass. Okay, here we are. We got some rock smash. We got these holes here still. What's over this way? More up the mountain. Okay, well, I'm gonna take a look behind this rock. Hold on, what's the point of this? This is weird. Why is this here?
What? The little up there?
Yeah, why is this little elevated area here?
To fuck with people.
I'm pushing A thinking there's a hidden item or something, but there's nothing. This seems very pointless. Why would they do that? Alright, well I'm gonna rock smash this. Let's see what's behind. Smash! Ooh, an item! Protein. You gotta have your protein.
Most of the time I just sell the vitamins because they're worth quite a bit.
They're worth... yeah, they're expensive to buy, right? It's true.
Yeah, like during the story playthrough of any game, I sell them off, and then it's like immediately after I just keep buying them like crazy.
They're not as worth as much to sell though as they are to buy. Like you don't get like when you buy, aren't they like $9,000 or something like that?
Yeah, they're different. Like it's not like you can buy and sell and make your money back.
Oh no, but I'm just saying like when you sell it, they're not going to give me $9,000.
No, they give you like 5,000.
That's still pretty good. That's more than I expected.
Yeah, they give you quite a pretty penny for those. That's why people sell them during a like story adventure.
I've always just used them when I got to the Elite Four. I used as many as I could.
The thing with gens like this one and like the older ones, unless you level up, they do nothing. They take no effect.
Wow.
Because of just how old these games are, they weren't ever... In the newer ones, like, stat changes are instantaneous, so, like, getting those new stats.
Yeah.
But in, like, 5th gen and lower, there will not be a difference.
Well, that's a shame.
Yeah.
That's a crying shame.
So your best bet's either use it right away or use it not at all.
Oh, so... I've always been... Both times, I think I waited till the Elite Four and then I used as many as I could.
I might be wrong with the medicines, but I'm pretty sure EVs aren't taken into account by then. By then, you should have like maxed out EV spread anyways.
Oh my god. How many people am I gonna have in this freaking Pokénav? Seriously.
It fills out pretty nicely.
This is a setup, that ain't right. If you're not prepared, you shouldn't be up in the mountains. Have you made your Pokemon evolve very much? How much is very much? Because most of them have evolved once. Do any Pokemon evolve more than twice?
Mega evolutions are the only thing.
Negative evolutions?
You'll find out.
Oh, you said Mega. Okay, yeah, I've heard of Mega. Because that was all over the demos and shit. So I've heard of that. But yeah, but normal evolution, nothing evolves more than twice, right?
Normally, no. There's nothing that evolves more than twice. There are some things that have alternate evolutions, which constitute more evolutions, but they can never get past the third form. So there's the basic Pokemon, the Stage 1, and then the Stage 2, and that's it.
That's the next big thing for Gen 7. It's third type evolutions.
That's never going to happen.
It will blow people's mind.
It's not going to happen. In the canon, they've established Pokemon are not capable of doing it.
They have? Really?
Yeah.
Well, that just limits themselves. Why would they write that into the story?
Because it'd be stupid. There is pre-evolutions where they can go from, like, a baby form, but most people don't count that. Because it's, like, a weaker form of, like, the initial Pokemon.
A weaker form? That's no good.
Yeah, so think, like, Pichu is, like, one of those.
Let's pursue one of these things. Here we go. Get out of there, Strickland. You're about to die.
Strickland? Strickland propane?
That's what everybody thinks, but no. It's not Strickland propane. He's named after Strickland from Back to the Future, because he called everybody a slacker. I love my Back to the Future references.
Did you ever play the NES Back to the Future game?
I have. I've LP'd it. Go and watch that right now. 4 parts. Very fun. Yay.
Well, it is your channel, so I guess it's not same with self-promotion. It's just I guess it's just called self-promotion.
I can actually beat that game, so it's not that hard. Even though some people say it is.
Watch me not finish LPs. My channel, that
there's a few games that I'm considering doing, and just being like, this is a rage quit LP. I'm gonna keep playing until I rage quit because I've never beaten it.
I was planning on finishing my Ocarina of Time LP, but like a bunch of complications happened. My save file got trashed, and I lost the recording, so I couldn't even continue. So what I might do is, what I should do, is get back where I left off and then start recording again.
Cause like, there's a game that I really like. I really enjoy Dragon Slayer for NES, even though most people don't. It's it's really bad, but that's why I like it. But that game's impossible, and I've never gotten past the technical 3rd level ever in my life. But I've always wanted to like maybe just LP up to that point and then rage quit.
Yeah, seems fair enough. Like with the LP I was just talking about, like I did it as a challenge run, like a very specific rule set. No, if I die, I restart. No shield, 3 hearts.
Oh my god, that guy can see me from all the way over there?
And
wow.
He's yodeling.
Yodeling?
So, I guess did you ever talk on your channel about when we went to Con Bravo? And maybe we should take this opportunity to talk about it.
Yes, we've been to Con Bravo.
That was like a while ago.
It was a while ago.
Like, I was still out.
We talked about it a little bit.
It was fun. For the most part there, what I did was like hang around Kevin's booth just battling Pokemon.
I look forward to another Con Bravo. It was a little different though, because like compared to like PAX where there's like actual booths and setups and things, this was just mainly about the
panels and hanging out.
The panels, yeah, and it was different because I found that almost even refreshing, because like I would go to a panel or two at PAX, but like they weren't really the main attraction, or I would end up forgetting to go to a panel I wanted because like other things would distract me. But yeah, this was different. I planned all my panels out, and you went and you saw them all, and
occasionally we saw each other, occasionally we didn't, but at the end of the day we just made sure we went back together, because it was like a fucking kilometer walk back to our hotel.
I would say about there, yeah.
But it wasn't
so bad.
It wasn't bad. But we made sure we did everything we wanted to do. Like both of us got everything we wanted to do done.
Except for, you know, Tim Hortons wasn't open at 2 o'clock in the morning, but
you were crazy. Do you want to tell your side of the story, or should I just tell the truth of the story?
Look we were really hungry. It's the middle of the night, okay?
Okay, I don't go at
in Toronto here, things are open all the time. Okay, so I just figured, wow, there's Tim Hortons. It's open 24 hours. I'll just go over there and get us some food at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, and then you tried to walk through the drive-thru.
So then the doors aren't open, so I try to walk through the drive-thru, and he's like, no, I can't do that. It's illegal or something stupid like that.
I'd be like, look, I won't say anything.
So then he tells me of another Tim Hortons that might still be open down the way. So I run all the way there, which is like 4 or 5 blocks down the other way. And it was closed. So then I just stopped at a gas station and picked up some cookies and donuts and shit.
Yeah, and the entire time...
And he thinks I'm crazy because it's like 2 or 3 in the morning and these hookers are yelling at me if I want to have a good time and shit. So...
Maybe you should have took him up on that offer. I don't know if Zelos would enjoy that, hearing about that though.
Would have came back with an STD, yeah, that's all I need.
just come back with a Ebola. That wasn't even a thing back then. It's like all of a sudden Ebola's fucking start up and like you can't, like, you have a better chance of a cow falling on you.
I'm not Ebola's not gonna be a thing.
It is technically a thing in people's
It's not
minds.
gonna. I'm sure they have it under control. It's not gonna be like.
We're in Canada. We have like good healthcare, so we're fine.
We do, but Ebola's down the street though. Apparently, somebody in Belleville apparently has it.
Well, it sucks to be that. The thing is, it's quite curable, and really, unless you're like touching somebody who like, if you know you have it, go to the hospital and make sure you don't
like,
touch anybody.
You're more susceptible to it if you have a pre-established condition, though. Like if you're in good health to begin with, you should be able to defeat it.
It just reminds me of like SARS and the fucking swine flu.
Yeah, the SARS thing, that was crazy.
First it's SARS, next it's swine flu, now it's Ebola.
If Ebola means we're gonna get an outdoor AC/DC concert to fight Ebola, I'm all for it then. Because that SARS stock concert, that was the greatest concert I've ever been to. Sure, the Rolling Stones were technically the main event, but AC/DC stole the show that night. They were fucking awesome. That was the greatest thing I've ever seen. They rocked that place. That was. Did you go to that? The SARS stock?
I think I was too young.
You were too young? It was one hell of a show. I'll tell you that right now. It was good stuff, and it was free. You can't beat that. Meteor Falls, Rustboro City through another way to Rustboro City. How many ways are there?
There's 194 ways to Rustboro City, not including transport.
Can you tell me how to get to Rustboro City?
If you actually pay attention to like what gyms give you what HMs, you'll always notice fly comes just in time where you can't actually fly back to the point of where the gym that you end up wandering back to is. Like, you get it always just late enough that it doesn't matter.
And they only give you surf at the exact moment you absolutely need it.
Yeah. They make sure you can't sort of bypass and skip and backtrack.
Well, they're smart that way then, I guess. And in the next episode, we're gonna go inside this cave and see what the hell's in there. Until then, everybody, I've been Cal's Crazy. He has been.
I've been Death 88.
Nice. And subscribe. Please leave a comment below. And of course,
tweet.
No!
Don't forget to tweet. #CowsBrothel again.
We're off to see the champion, the wonderful champion of Owen. He is the champ, if ever a champ there was. If ever a champ there was, because of the champion things he does. We're off to see the champion, the wonderful champion of Owen.